into all this research, it has now shaken our very root to come to understand that we don't even understand up to 10% of the universe. Which means we are still square back to what? That is the soul. It is that which is holding us together as what? Entity. Something that cannot be explained. If someone falls, you see a macho man right on the ground. He still has the muscles, he has the strength. But what is missing in him that has rendered him useless now? And with time, now that the soul is not there, something that is called rigor mortis is going to take place. The person will start stiffening. Biochemically, will start changing. His color will start to change. Will tell me if the place is too much, if there is heat, this is going to even burst out. What happened within this short time, within days? But this same man has been living for years and years. You don't see this. What has actually changed in him? That has now that we call him that he's dead. And within short time you start to see everything what? Deteriorating. And that is the soul. Something that Quran again and again and again is calling our attention to. But guess what? Today, generally speaking, we're so particular to feed the body to the detriment of the soul. But then it should be the way around. The other way around is that you concentrate more on the soul rather than the body. And this is what this month is all about. It's for us to step back and rethink about the soul. And that is why you are being told to be more generous, to be more fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to control your emotion, your anger, increase your love, distress yourself, because that's one thing that is actually killing us, stress. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed your DNA anytime that it makes mistake to correct itself, to put things right. But when you are chronically stressed out, you put your system overdrive, and when DNA then makes mistake, it has no time to come back and correct itself. Then you correct complaining of so many different diseases. Why? Because I have to do this, I have to do that, so I'm like it's stressed out. But when it comes to the soul, that it takes, unfortunately, it takes the back seat. And that shouldn't wallahi be the case. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. When we get to the word an-najm, the uniqueness of the word an-najm, whether it takes celestial body to be a star, or whether it takes that which follows it to be part of botanical part of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, then it takes herbs. Then you're going to spend the whole day the whole time talking about different diseases and types of herbs that can actually help correct those diseases, inshallah. Taking them from Quran and Sunnah. So you're going to start here because of time factor. If you have a few questions, you can ask, and inshallah, the little that we know we share with you, those that we don't know we ask our sheikhs. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا ونكن من الخاسرين. نعم. عليه السلام.
Someone slaps you, you feel it. If you, whatever happens to you, like you feel it in your eyes. I want to know what link has the eye got with the whole sense, like the whole body.
We've heard the question, right? What has eyes got to do with the body? That whatever happens to you, it's reflective in the eyes. You cry or you get this emotions, you get angry, you have a red eye, and even when you have hay fever. When you have fever, even hay fever has nothing to do with the eyes. But then you see it in your eyes. That's a very good question. The first nerve that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates of all design is the optic nerve, according to some scientists. And that optic nerve is that which connects your eyes to your brain. And so right from the first, from designing, the eyes is what? That which links the brain to the outer world to respond to stimuli. That's why when you try to put something in someone's eyes, it's very difficult. If anything happens, even before the brain thinks about it, there is this automatic closure of the eyes to protect itself. It is eyes that is sending image to the brain. So brain, we are our mind. And it really, really depends on what? The eyes. And so you have all these emotions running and this, and they are very reflective in the eyes. That is why you see these connections and many other factors. But the fact that the optic nerve is one of the first nerves we created and is connected, that connects the eyes, and the brain is significant. Now,
regards to the question yesterday, it said that if a non-Muslim asks us to prove, if we can recall the question that was in the Quran when Allah took us from Adam's ways. If they said that we could not find the answer yesterday, how can we convince non-Muslim if he said, your Quran is talking about something that is animal. So we want to try and see if we can find the answer, because this is age of science and technology. So we want to find the answer from you. How?
It was answered. You already did. How is that from?
I did give the answer. Huh? You just came? I said that is when you were 16 weeks in your mother's womb. Now. Amen. No shit. You have the shakes here. You have the real shakes and you have the milk shake. That's us. Now.
You did mention of brass being concentrated on the soul, what the soul needs. And from your speech, you said, that's about the soul. That we don't know much about the soul. And as humans, we only use our brain. We don't know what the soul needs. Just physically, we don't know what the soul needs. And I don't know, because Quran also says that whatever you eat, whether good or bad, at the end of the day, your atom, the soul is not going to be increased nor reduced. When it's raised, it has a fixed time. So how do we concentrate on the soul? Because we don't know what the soul needs. We only know what the minds need, what the brains need. Like if I want banana, I know that this one, it tastes good from the brain, not from the soul. So how can we?
I think the Quran speaks more about the soul more than anything. That's why the Quran always speaks about qiyamah. It's all about to save your soul. If you see all this, the Meccan Surah. The Meccan Surah is not about Salat or this, it's all about Jannah and what? It's about the paradise and the hellfire. Paradise, hellfire. Paradise, hellfire. Paradise, fire. You get my point? So this is what Quran is all about. Quran speaks more about the soul more than anything else. It is when you hear about Jannah and Jahannam, that is the soul. That is why protecting your soul, this is where you want your soul to be. And do all that it takes to protect yourself from Jahannam. That's why we have halal and haram. It's all about the soul. You get my point? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, has given us this divine manual. Is what? To help guide the soul. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Allama al-Quran khalaqa al-insan." Before you are khalq, the Quran is actually there to guide you. And it's what? To help direct the soul to go to where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually telling you, or is actually warning you what? To stay away from this and to get and to protect what the soul. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to protect yourself, who anfusakum wa alaykum now? It's not about this. It's actually about the soul. Because at the end of the day, when you die, this body will what? Rotten. That is the soul that actually comes. قد أفلح من إيه؟ قد أفلح من إيه؟ No. قد أفلح من زكاها. Right? Is that right? Hey, that's also Tazaka. I'm talking of this particular one that I'm talking about. That ha is referring back to what? وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. It is all going back to what? The soul. And so, mashallah, the do's, the haram and halal and do's and that, and it's all about the soul. That's what you imagine when you see a lady, especially with young people with almost boiling, that you need to lower your gaze. It's one of the most difficult things that you can do. But it's what? To help and guide you to protect the soul. So even to that detail, that minute detail was not left out in the Quran. I hope you understand me. So that is although like physically you can't see it, but that is all what Quran is. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bashiran wa nadhira, right? So that he wants and guides you to that which will take you to Jannah, and warn and tell you to stay away from Jahannam. It's all about the soul. Now.
I'm wondering, I don't know how to reconcile these two points. That's one thing we're talking about. So the body has no meaning in that sense. And we also said the body will decompose when you are buried, dead and buried. Now we also found out from science that it is the skin that feels the pain or the heat or the cold that we all do experience. And when people are put in Jahannam, it is the skin that's going to feel the heat or the punishment. And if it is gone, Allah will give them a new one so that they will keep feeling the pain. So if you are talking to somebody, maybe an non-Muslim, and he says, well, if you are so concentrated about the soul, it is not the soul that's going to be punished on your Malakiyama, it is the skin, so that you will really feel it as a person. So how do you reconcile these two?
That is very easy. It is actually the soul that is within the body that will bring about all these feelings, all these nerves that are sending the message, the sensory message for what? For your brain to translate it as what? Pain. That's what painkillers do. When you take painkiller, it actually blocks this communication. The pain is still there, but the brain is not getting it to what? To translate it as pain. So they say painkiller. And so it is the presence of the soul that will actually have all these nerves actually working. So you get my point?
Yes.
Now, let me tell you this. If you have a person, it is the skin that feels the heat. Now, if you have a dead person and you bury him, is he going to feel it?
Yeah, that's the point. Because what?
Very good. It's because then he has no soul. Now, if you take a match, just take one match. If I take one match and lay it and come close to your skin, you will never talk to me again. Because you're feeling it. The reason why you're feeling it is because there is soul in the body. The reason why the dead person is not feeling it is because the soul has been taken. So at the end of the day, it's the combination of the two. Yes, it's the skin that will have all this pain sensation, but it is the presence of soul that makes it possible for it to feel the pain.
Yeah. We're once told that a dead body feels some kind of pain, because even when you want to perform this the ritual bath to a dead body, we are told that the water has to be warm or lukewarm, because you don't have to punish the body. At that moment, the soul isn't present. So I want to be able to have a...
I did mention about rigor mortis, the stiffening of the body. You see, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes the soul, the body will still start to what? It will want to operate on its own, based on the design within each and every cell. Each and every cell will want to continue its function. But the main force, which is the soul, has now been taken. Why is it that when you have a cow, you cut its throat, you still start feeling like it still be shaking for some time? So within that period of time, the cells will try to function on their own, but the force or the chi, which the Chinese call the chi, is no more. So without it, with time, you still have some cells that will want to function on their own, but it's for how long it's going to last. You get my point? For how long it's going to last. That is the point. But now in this case, we are even talking from here all the way to Qiyam. It can only happen for a period of time. I hope you understand me now. So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Monday inshallah. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. ربي اغفر لنا ذنوبنا واسرافنا في امرنا وثبت اقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا ظلمنا انفسنا وان لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكن من الخاسرين. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله تعالى وبركاته.
Gracias.
No.